Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing this particular question, subarray sum equals to k. In this question we are given an integer array nums and an integer k. We need to return the total number of subarrays whose sum is equals to k. Suppose this is the given array nums and k is equals to 2. We need to return the subarray whose sum is equal to 2. So we know that 1 plus 1 is 2 and this also 1 plus 1 is 2. So the output is 2 here. Now let's look at this particular example. We have k is equals to 3. So we know that 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 alone is also a subarray. So this is also counted in the output. So now let's understand the question and our pattern also. So the question says that we are given an array nums and an integer k and we need to return the number of subarrays whose sum is equals to k. Now if we look at this problem, the most naive solution that we can think of is to check all subarrays using two loops. So for every I, keep adding elements from I to j and check the sum. So the naive solution is we will have a nested loop. We'll have a nested loop and we will check sum. We will add elements into the sum and check if sum is equal to k. We'll increment the count. So we need to have a count variable. And we will do here count plus plus. And at last we need to return this particular count. So this tells number of subarrays. So this is the naive solution. We are running one loop and another loop. So the time complexity is big O of n square. We are not using extra spaces. So can we optimize this? Can we reduce these nested loop into one? So for that, prefix sum comes into picture. So what we will do is we will compute prefix sum for this particular subarray and we will check. So for prefix sum pattern, what we can see here is that we have a array nums and integer k. We will maintain a running sum. Initially sum is equals to 0. We will have I here and we will keep a map to track all previous sums. Initially sum was 0. So for 0 we have one occurrence of 0 sum. Then we will add this element to the sum. So this will become 1. So what we need here is sum minus k. If this occurrence is there into the map, then we can say we have a subarray. So here sum is 1 and k is 2. So the absolute value is 1. Do we have 1 as key in the map? No, we don't have 1. So what we will do is we will make an entry of 1 in the map. So 1 has come one time. Now next we will do I plus plus and I now will point here. Now the sum becomes 2. 2 minus 2 is equals to 0. So we have this particular subarray. So what we will do is, so 2 minus 2 is 0. So do we have 0 in the map? Yes, we have 0 in the map and its occurrence is 1. So our answer count will have 1 now. Now we will make the entry of 2 into this map. 2 occurrences 1. Now next we will have I pointed to this element. Now the sum is 3. So 3 minus k, which is 2, is equals to 1. Do we have 1 in the map? Yes, we have 1 in the map and its occurrence is 1. So we will add this to here. So this count will become 2. Now this ends our array. So we can say that this is the maximum number of subarray with sum of elements equal to k. So what we did here is we tracked current sum minus k into this map. We had a frequency of this into the map and then we use this to add to the count to generate our answer. Now let's see how we can code this. So here we will have an unordered map, and this map will have the sum and its frequency. Now we will have a sum variable also, and for answer we will have a count variable. Now we will loop through the given array, and what we will do is we will add the ith element to the sum. So once the ith element is added, we will check if we have sum minus k into the map already. If it is there, so we will do map dot find sum dot k. If this exists, then we need to increase our count to whatever is the frequency of that particular key. So it is, and at last what we will do is we will have this occurrence of sum into the map. So this way the frequency will be in the map, and at last we will return count. Here we initially also need that the 0 frequency is counted as 1, because we will be subtracting, and if the answer is 0, that means we have found the sum. So this is the base case for this particular question. Now if we look at the time complexity is order of n, and we are using extra space, so space complexity is also order of n. So this way we have used extra space, what we have reduced the time complexity. Now let's see how we can code this. So let's code it. We will have an unordered map, and it will be of type intent, because we will be storing sum with its frequency. So we have a map here. Now for base case, we will keep the frequency of 0 sum is equals to 1. We will have sum variable, and we will have a count variable. Now we will loop through the array, and we will add ith element to the sum. We will check if sum minus k exists in the map or not. So if we have this element in the map, we are increasing the count with the frequency of that particular element in the map. Now at last we need to add the generated sum to the frequency map. At last we will return count. Now let's run this. Our test case are accepted. Let's submit this. So we have this solution. This was prefix sum pattern. For more such videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button, and I will be bringing more such questions. Thank you.